welcome back. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, and turning on the notification. As promised in my most recent video, we're gonna give you a story time about how everything went down on the Montego Bay end and how I missed not just one but 2 flights in less than 24 hours. So this all started when I had to do an impromptu trip in the middle of the semester to Jamaica because I lost a beloved family member. I had initially planned on going to Jamaica for just the weekend. It was supposed to be Wednesday and come back on the Sunday, but I couldn't do it, so I extended it to the following Wednesday. As I explained before, Swoop only has like 2 flights per week or 1 per week, and at this particular time of the year it was just Wednesday and Sunday. So I arrived in the island on Wednesday. The funeral was on the Saturday, and the following Wednesday I was supposed to leave. I didn't want to leave. Like, who goes to Jamaica and is happy to be leaving to go back to wherever they came from? Not me. So I stalled a lot. My flight was supposed to be, I think, at 6 p.m. going back to Hamilton. At 4 o'clock, I was in Lucy because I could not leave without telling my grandmother bye and hugging and kissing the babies. So this really was all me. At about 4:30, and then couldn't get no drive to go back to Sandy Bay where my dad was supposed to pick me up and bring me to the airport. I didn't want to go. I promise you I didn't want to go. Anyways, I did the online check-in. I'm like, I don't have to rush to the airport, right? Wrong. So I get back to Sandy Bay. My dad picked me up. He's furious at this point because TK always late or something, and he's strapped for time. So we head off to the airport. So I left my neck cushion and my winter jacket, and I'm going back to Hamilton in winter, where I would have to take a bus or a train or something back to Toronto, so I need it. So we had to turn back. I think we got to trial at the time. I had to turn back and go get it. So now we extra late and we extra excited because me not care. No, I have to get back to school and I have to get back to work. I had just gotten the job on the day that I found out my aunt died the night before, and I showed up at the interview, puffy eyes and all, and I told them I just lost a loved one, so if you can put off hiring me until I have to go to Jamaica and come back soon. I'm getting 1 week vacation before I even start the job, or as soon as I start the job I got vacation and all, so I'm strapped for time. So we get to Moby. I think we got to Borg. We reach a company right at the Texaco gas station, and somebody decides to tell my dad that his tire needs air. Okay, fine. At this time, it's about 5 o'clock. My flight is 6, I said. So I checked online and it said it pushed to about 6:30. I'm like, I have a look at time, right? Wrong. No, I don't travel with check bag, because why would I? Going to Jamaica for a week, everything that I need in Jamaica is in Jamaica. Everything that I need in Canada is in Canada. So I don't need all that, right? I decided to take it upon myself to assist somebody that asked me to bring a bag back to Canada. In all this time, I don't remember all of that because, as I said, I'm home with my family and my loved ones. I don't care about anything. But sadly, I remember the bag. I have a bag to drop at bag drop. I'm definitely going to miss that, right? I get to Texaco. The leak turns out to be a whole puncture. So here we're doing jacking up the van and changing out the tire, because I remember the spare tire was under the vehicle, stuck under something, and I think it was his first time taking it out. So here we are. I'm stressed out. I'm like, we could just take a taxi, or I could stand here and make a whole Snapchat of the event, because this time my mom is calling my phone and I'm not answering because she has this thing for time. She's a very on-time person. I don't know where I get my tardiness from, but she was calling me. Yeah, everything is closed off, all the bag check, everything. It probably was the last flight for the evening, I'm not sure, but everything locked. And this lady was like, oh, but you have a bag, because I was telling her that I already did the online check-in, and then she was saying the plane is still there, they haven't left it. And she was saying, oh, they called for you. She heard my name over the PA. For Hamilton, like going to Hamilton, you had to do immigration from in Jamaica. So was it? I think so, I don't remember. But I think that we had to do I had to do an extra step at that time. It's not just take off your shoes and walk through. I had to stop by somebody, check out that, and the person was like, you have a bag. But now this is a big bag now. This is a check bag. This is not a carry-on size bag. And they're letting me know that I have to go. All right, I should go, and if the airline allows me, then no problem. So I go through. The people that work there are basically ready to clock out of their shift, and everybody's leaving. So I'm running up to the gate, and I run, and I made it to the gate. Now they weren't still boarding. They were doing the final checkoffs, the counting, and I remember them counting 63. Or the paper said 63, they had 62. So I'm telling the lady, I'm the next person. And she was like, no, we took you off the flight. I'm like, but I'm here. Like, the plane hasn't moved yet. Like, why are we having this discussion? And she letting me know she already took me off the flight. She can't add me to it. And the plane is there. The door is open. You've been inside the plane to check quite a bit of times. You've gone back to count. Okay, let me on this flight. And she said no. She said there's nothing she can do. And then she reached out to, I think it was a manager or a coworker, and the coworker is like, there's nothing we can do. And everybody is all, there's nothing we can do. Till they said, there's something they can do. And then the plane start back out. Like, why a when the plane a move, you can do something. Like, me not under at this time, you know, because like with the adrenaline and the rush and me making it to the gate, I'm excited, I'm elated, I am through the moon. So what are we doing? Like, I'm here, I narrowly escaped. Let me on this plane, right? Wrong. They did not let me on that plane. I stood and cried while that plane backed out of, I don't know what you call that, and them retract the tunnel thingy. And she had to bring me back to customs through, yeah, like I'm just entering the island. And I resented her. But I got to spend one extra night with my grandma, one extra night with Kira and Regisa sleeping right beside me. So I'm excited. But I will flight that left me was Swoop. And everybody was looking at me like, this is the first time Swoop ever left on time. And I'm thinking, well, it's just my luck, I guess. But that's what happened. So I go home, book a flight for the next day. I'm supposed to be flying with Air Transat in the morning, and I'm going home to sleep with my grandmother and the kids. Next morning, bright and early, I'm all packed and ready to go. I said my goodbyes. I'm excited. I'm elated. Life is good. I pull up to the airport at about 10, a little bit past 10, and my flight was at 12:45. So during check-in, there was Montreal and there was Toronto. And I know this, I remember this, because at one point both lines were merged and then they separated it. I joined the line from all the way down past Island Grill. We're down one curve. I made it up to the front. She swiped my passport. She checked my visa. We had this whole thing because she kept checking my the expired visa that I had and not the other one. And it was a whole mess. And then she goes, oh, your ticket doesn't cover this bag. And I'm like, okay, what can I do? Now, at the time I had a RBC Interact card. It wasn't Master, it's not a MasterCard and it's not a Visa card. Remember I told about them two cards there? All right. So they said that they weren't taking that card and I should get another card. I should go and purchase a prepaid MasterCard that they were selling. At this time, there's a whole lineup for the MasterCard, and I go down there and they're telling me, oh, they're only taking cash. Yes, they're only taking cash, and I need to go to the ATM to get cash. I tried to use the ATM, the departure segment of the airport, let's call it that, and I couldn't get any form of it wasn't working for me. Somebody directed me to go over to Arrivals and use, I think it was Scotiabank ATMs over there, and I went and withdrew my money in Jamaican dollars and then came back to buy US dollars to put on the card, and not thinking that I have a BMO card that is a MasterCard that I could have easily done an Interact transfer and saved so much time, so much agony, so much regret. But we live and we learn. When I return to Air Transat, there is not one person in the line. There is not one agent by the desk. When I pull up, I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? The lady asked me my name, and I told her. This gal looked me dead in my eye and said, congratulations, you just missed your flight. If my chip never leaked from before that, it leaked now. Because me just missed one flight 6 o'clock last night, and me come miss one flight 12 o'clock today. This is not my intention. Me need to go back at school. Me need to go back at work. I need to go. Like, what you mean? And she's like, yeah, I'm like, it's, what's happening? And then she goes, oh, the bag, I say I left the dirty bag. Like, it's not my bag. I don't need anything in it. I don't want it. The bag is the reason for me lagging the night before, even though yes, it was my fault for getting to the airport that late. But at this point, I animosity for this bag. Like, I don't like this bag at this point because I missed the flight. You see, she's like, oh, we at this point we're not onboarding passengers anytime soon, or after this, like, says something like that. Don't tell me congratulations. I lost it. I sit down on the scale. I sit down on the scale. At this point, no, I'm cussing. I'm like, I missed my flight last night. I cannot do this, and I'm going at it. I'm attacking her at this point, and I just hear somebody behind me. Tena-Kay, it's Miss Marie. It's Miss Marie. Tena-Kay, okay. Right in that moment, me a cuss. Me a go on bad. Me a real and a wreak havoc. Me can't afford this. Fear. And I told her, I said, I am not leaving this airport unless it's on a plane. It's just like that and go. I think WestJet is still taking. I think WestJet is still taking passengers. Friend, we did ask about WestJet. When is the next Air Transat flight? How soon you can get me on that flight? I don't remember what the conversation was at that point about Air Transat, but I know that the conclusion was that I can't rebook or she can't put me on another flight. And it's 11 o'clock in the morning and I'm already at my wit's end. I am fed up, I am done, I am so over it at this point. I just need to get on a plane, come back to Toronto, got school, got work. Me kinda like, let me out, sis, right? I already said my farewell. I need to go. That never happened. She not budge. She not help me in no way, shape or form. She, nothing. I'm stressed out at this point. At that moment, I was done. I just decided I just gotta walk around the airport till me mad. And I did. I'm a baller. I mean ugly cry, like ball. Terrible bawling. So I took my nice little time, went into Island Grill, got something to eat because food always makes everything better. And I went down by the WestJet counter to book a flight. WestJet said that before they closed bag check, they had like about 10 minutes. So he's like rushing me. But remember, I have a Interact card, not a Visa or a MasterCard. And then I remembered I have a virtual Visa card, so let's use the virtual Visa card. I passed it over to him. He's like, oh, he can't manually put in the information in the system. I should go online and book the flight. Now, if it's 10 minutes before we can stop taking people, how may I go book this flight like that? Not make no sense. Anyways, I accept defeat, and then I realize, say, I can't find my neck cushion. I remember my last time seeing it was in Island Grill, so I walk straight back up to Island Grill, and I was checking, and like, I'm tired. I need this neck cushion. Everything else is going wrong, and this is probably the only thing that I could control at this point, and I didn't. I just lost my neck cushion, and that was the feather that broke the camel's back. I should have done Toronto from the night before, but that didn't happen, right? That did not happen. So I sat down, composed myself, took several deep breaths, several big bites of festival and something else, drank a lot of liquids. Food makes everything better, so I was fine. I went online and I checked for flights that day out of Jamaica, and I got Air Canada flight for, I believe, 4 p.m. that evening. The flip side to missing a flight is the night before at 6 p.m. you were boarding a flight to go to Hamilton. And the airport is far out of the city area. You would have had to Uber to downtown to get a bus or a train. And Uber in Hamilton is not as popular as it is in the GTA. So you would be paying a pretty penny and maybe a really significant wait. So when I'm booking for Air Transat that evening, I was booking for Toronto Pearson, which is awesome. All I have to do is get to the airport, jump on the UP Express, and one stop home. Should have been that easy, right? No, it was not. They changed gates from all the way down 20 something, I think, or 18, way down yonder to we're on a front where you go around there. So, and I didn't realize. In between all of this, I was checked in at 1 p.m. for my 4 o'clock flight. I'm extremely early this time because you're not left me. No. The card does not work up till this day, and I have $50 US on it. So guess what? Is it the moment I land in Jamaica? Me and them go have it out down there, because I don't know how to check the money on the card, and it never worked to purchase the bag, as in to add the bag to the flight. It never worked to buy Auntie Annie's. It never worked to buy Starbucks. It didn't work to buy patties. Nothing. It didn't work at all in that airport. It doesn't work to buy anything online right now. It don't work. So we're going back to Jamaica to find out what y'all did with my money, and please to give it back. I'm angry at this point, but I met a friend, like I always do. I met a friend. I flew Air Canada for the first time. I hate that plane. It's the big one. Up till this point, I'm used to planes that don't have first class. That plane literally dropped out of the sky after we in there for like 30 minutes or something like that. And the captain did not say he was sorry. He did not. I'm already terrified, sir. I'm already tired of this man. And you're dropping planes out of the sky. But we made it home. I am grateful. Forever grateful. So the second time that I went to Jamaica using Swoop, it was an easier transition because now I know what to expect and how everything works out. And with coming back, the girl that told me she can't do anything for me, she was the one that was checking me in. She nudged her co-worker after she opened my passport and she saw my name, and I think she remembered the incident like 3 months prior. She remembered the incident. She started nudging her co-worker, and the co-worker starts like looking at me, and she goes, "Ashi," and I'm like, "Yeah, me awa." "Oh, your visa expired," and I'm telling her, "No, flip the pages because there's more in there." And she did that, and it was a smooth transition. Although I was stopped by narcotics division. I think it's because of how the Hamilton airport is structured. Hamilton is just walk in and walk out. I promise you, there isn't any hassle to go nor come. It's you walk into a building, you go there, you go left, right, and you're out. Waiting for my luggage was the longest wait period, because they waited till everybody was off the plane, then they unloaded the luggages. Then they started up the carousel. I think I waited for my luggage for like 1 hour, but I was happy to have arrived safely. Yeah, that's how I afforded to miss 2 flights, and I still didn't get a refund. Air Transat told me, "Hey, we told you that you should be in the airport
3 hours
before your flight." So don't blame us for you missing your flight. No, we can't give you a refund. And Swoop told us, girl, we tell her from your book so you're not gonna get your money back. So why you sweat it? Like, but the upside of things is with Swoop, it was $130 something, and with Air Transat it was $200 and something. So that was like $300. So you can squash it and say me only miss about $300. That's like $400, about $300 US. So you can squash it and say me miss just one flight. We can call it a miss one little bit more expensive flight. Yes. So that was my experience coming back to Toronto from Jamaica, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, a thumbs up. Oh, do you like my background? You see what I did? I'm getting the hang of this, and I'm excited to be putting out new content. And as soon as I have a better schedule, I'll be telling you what days I'll be uploading. Like, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell, and until next time, my name is Tina. Peace.